What is up, guys, and welcome back to Art Wednesday, where I do something creative and artistic-y. But today we are not doing anything art related. We are doing what's in the bucket. And that's not the way I want to say that. Basically, we are gonna go over my WIPs. And for those who are not crochet lovers, WIPs are work in progresses. And I have been accumulating a lot of work in progresses. This kind of turned into a yarn organization as well. For some reason, my camera is having a lot of trouble focusing. So if something is blurry or out of focus, I apologize. I tried to do the best I could. I scrapped. I did not count. But I want to say I scrapped at least 10 or 12 items. And this clip and the next clip are sped up as well because I had too much footage. So the doll, we're not going to count that blanket here, but that is a project. This blanket here is the Spider-Man blanket. That doll to your left, I absolutely hated it. It was the bane of my existence. So, this is going to be a little violent. I apologize. I cut its head off. I literally took the scissors. I cut off part of its head so I didn't have to deal with the hair. And threw it away. For some reason, this doll's yarn, I did, for most of these projects, untangle the yarn and put it away to repurpose it. But this doll's yarn was such a tattered clump mess. I don't know what I did, but most of it had to be thrown away. And it's unfortunate, but I did save some of it. Now, this blanket, I know it looks a little bunched up. It is not, I promise. It's just the way that the yarn is pulling. It looks like it's, like, bunched up. And this is where we get into the big works in progresses. And it's a little bit of works in progresses, plus cleaning, plus Bailey. And that's actually Ella there. I wanted to show you the almighty Ella jump. And then, of course, she had to get pets for being such a good jumper. Now, these hair ties were for scrunchies, but I'm not making scrunchies anymore at the moment, so we are just going to put them away. And this was supposed to be a square. It was for a pattern test. I hated the way it looked. I also, that was like my attempt at Tunisian crochet. That pile over there is going to be the, scrap, untangled, whatever pile. Basically, we're going to take it apart. Now, originally I was going to keep these squares because I liked the idea. I remember I was going to do 2-strand blankets made out of squares, but then I changed my mind. I did like the concept of it, but I just have so many blankets in the works right now. I just don't want to start another one. For those who are wondering, I really do want to start my Deku blanket again. I have not officially started it, though. So, yeah. And for those who are wondering, this list here is all the works in progresses that I will be showing you today. Now, I don't pull out the blankets and show you them in detail because I didn't think about it. But we have the Deku blanket, which, if those who are unaware, the Deku blanket is My Hero Academia Midoriya. I turned him into a blanket. Is that the door? Nah, I'm not getting it. This little square was cute, but honestly, I don't remember which yarn it was, and it's not the same thickness as the other one, so I wasn't even going to worry about it. I'm just going to frog it. Now, there's a lot of finished pieces here. Like, this, for example, is a finished piece. This is, Carl's, is his name Carl? Carl the Traveling Cactus. That guy over there, I totally forget his name's Carl. I think it's Carl. I feel so bad now, I don't remember. And then this thing is the thing that holds the bags, those reusable bags. And it's got a button on it, so you could, put it around anything. This was another one of those square things. I don't know why I was so bunched up, but this one on top was kind of ugly. Like, the one underneath it was fine. I liked it, but the one on top was just, no. That's what made me change my mind on this project, if I'm being honest with you. Which I know how bad that sounds, but yeah. And more hair ties. And then this is where we got into the perler art. Now, I was so upset my cat broke. And I loved doing these perlers, but they just didn't work for me. I could never get them to be ironed right. I don't know if it was the bead quality or I don't know what was going on. This was a washcloth. I did end up frogging it at the end. And this was like a heart. Unfortunately, most of that yarn had to be thrown away. I did save some of it, but it was just too hard to get out. All the stuffing was saved and put back into my bucket to be reused later. Here's a little ghost friend I made on the channel. It's honestly really cute. I was happy that one turned out, but I was so upset that this cat broke. It might have been able to still be saved and just sold like that, but I was honestly so upset, so I just threw it away. Not a big deal. I was really upset about it, but c'est la vie. And then I don't know what this label was for. I don't know why I saved it, so I threw it away. This Santa Claus was also a perler, and so was this little candy corn. These are all available for sale. And this is a sanitized watermelon holder, or a watermelon looking sanitized holder. This one is designed after the Dollar Tree hand sanitizers, but it could probably work for anything. So that is everything that was in the first drawer, and honestly, there was so much stuff in that first drawer, it wasn't even funny. And I don't know why I didn't turn on the lights, but those got thrown away, and we are on to the next drawer with yarn, and more yarn, and yeah. This was tan yarn. I didn't move any of this stuff in the front, those little kits, because they haven't been used, so they're not really WIPs or anything. This yarn has always been a mess. I've just been dreading taking care of it, but I did end up taking care of it at the end. This yarn here, this orange one, goes to the mermaid kit. I don't know where the rest of its yarn went, but here's the mermaid. This is my first time working with anything this small, so I wasn't really happy with it, but it's not the worst thing I've ever done. And now my chair is squeaking. So this is the part where it gets a little messy. All of this yarn appeared to be tangled. It wasn't as bad as it looked, honestly. Like, I know it looks pretty bad, but not everything was tangled. So this was an arm I did. I don't remember what it went to, but it's getting frogged. I kept it in case I wanted to use it for something else, but I'm not feeling it. So we're just going to get rid of it. And honestly, I saved so much yarn, or gained so much yarn back, however you want to look at it, from doing this. And then we do end up redoing my yarn wall as well to make it more accommodating. This is a corner-to-corner scarf using this skein. I only have one skein though, so it's going to be kind of like a short scarf, but I think it will look cute, and it is staying. But honestly, I have so much variegated yarn and cakes, and it wasn't practical the way it was anymore. So I moved the row over from the left to the right to make it more balanced. So all the non-variegated solid colors are on the left, and all the variegateds on the right. And it just looks so much better. I do have a lot of wool and sock yarn I'm going to be selling. Just because it's not something I ever plan on using. It's taking up space, and yeah. So we are going to sell that, and I'm also selling the I was about to say doll. The blanket for that pattern test I did. I know I haven't shown you guys yet, so I apologize. I don't really actually plan on recording any footage for that. So, to compensate, I will be putting a few pictures at the end of this video. It is $10 to ship. I'm selling it for $20. So your final total price would be $30, and you also get a free gift with that. And it will ship out as soon as you pay for it. So if you are interested, you could find me on Facebook, or I think you can DM on YouTube. Or, you can comment on YouTube as well. I will respond. There's only one of them, so if you are looking to buy it, yeah, there's only one. And I don't actually know if I want to make another one. Like, I loved it so much, it's just I don't want to do it again right now. I'm really looking forward to working on Deku. I don't know what it is. Like, I haven't looked at Deku in years. Has it been years? I'm going to say a year or two. It's been like a year or two since I looked at it. But ever since I started to look at the yarn for, that project we were doing, categorizing the yarn, I've wanted to work on it. But I also want to play my video game. So I'm like, it's a mixed love. Because the thing about that blanket is it's not an easy project. Like, you can't just take it out and work on it. It's just such a big blanket in general. And there's easily 10, 12 colors. So if you're going to take it out and work on it, you got to have plenty of time in your day to do it. So you got to take it out. You got to organize the colors. And since I haven't worked on it in a long time, I've forgotten which colors went where. Because if you remember, there's a bunch of different yellows that are similar. I think I had the good sense to number them with letters. But I don't even think that's going to help me right now. Because I remember I bought a color. I bought like a dark green blue, but more green than blue for this blanket. And ever since I bought that, I haven't worked on it. So it's been quite a while. And if you heard the litter box, I apologize. I tried to pause, but Bailey decided she needed to go. But yeah, you could see how messy this is, how unorganized and just cluttered, and it was driving me insane. I do want you guys to know that Bailey was supervising the whole time. She was the goodest girl. And made sure I put everything away properly and organized, as you can see here. So, yeah, I took everything out. I moved the shelf over. I fixed the skeins so they looked better. I did everything. I didn't put anything in my binder, but that's okay. It was getting late. I didn't want to worry about that. But here it is, and honestly, guys, I feel like it looks so much better. I know it still looks a little cluttered, but honestly, I like it a lot better than what it was. And I apologize again for this late video, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day, and stay safe.